Wanted to come on here and get my voice ready for the day. Alrighty. They go ahead and do that real quick, or either one of these. Okay, so you guys can't see me. All right. Hello, good morning. So listen, first of all, before I start this discussion, I just want to say that if you are over here to debate or disagree with me, that's fine. I don't allow a lot of articles. If your article is not from a credible source, then I will delete your comment and block you. In particular, if you're being extremely rude to me, I don't have to sit up here and, because it makes no sense for you to be that damn angry. I mean, really, you honestly are so flipping angry that I even have the right to my own opinion, whoever you are. I mean, you are really, really a foul person and a foul disposition, whoever you are, because you debate my point and then you go and you're retarded and your kid is retarded. Honey, you have a severe root chakra imbalance, whoever you are, honey. Okay. If other people's opinion bothers you that much, sweet potato pie. Okay. If other people's opinion bothers you that much, baby, you don't need to be trying to exist in society. You act like you mad that everybody has the right to choose. And you know what the problem is that you can't respect the fact that everybody is not the same. They're different. There are some of us that can walk into a room full of people with the influenza virus and walk away without catching the flu. So for you to come in and have this vaccine debate with me, baby boo-boo, you wasting your damn time. You're not going to change my mind. You're not going to bully me into agreeing with you. Just like I'm not interested in bullying you. I don't care if you agree with me or not. It's my choice for my family. You don't have the right to argue with me about that. So why would you continue? And you know what? I think that you are just an angry, bitter, sad person. Okay? Let's start it off like that. Good morning to Archangel Raziel. I wanted to come and do some early morning Raziel musings, and I wanted to talk to the ladies, in particular the melanated ladies out here, because you know what they've done? They have beat us into the wall so much so that they have tried to make us feel like it's something wrong with us. The fact that we're being treated differently, the fact that we're not being given the same rights, the fact that we're not given the same due process as others. Okay, as others. Now, Archangel Raziel is the angel that you go to for civil and legal and criminal justice. Okay? So this is the angel that you go to for that. And anybody can work with the angels. And what I have found is that it's a constant battle. When I invoke Archangel Raziel, I feel like I can almost feel him working out any of my legal issues. I can feel it. And it doesn't have to come from a place of hurt, because the reason why they treat you so differently, is because they want you to be sad. They want you to feel less than. They want you to feel powerless, and you can never allow anybody to make you feel powerless even for one moment, because that means that you have lost the ability or the drive to survive. Your babies won't survive. Your children will be compromised at all times if you don't learn how to fight and have a quiet strength, because you don't want to waste all of your energy yelling and screaming at somebody that's a zombie. Treat them as they are. Somebody that is discriminating against you or judging you, especially when it comes to racist Caucasian people. Now, for some reason, we're being taught, especially the men in this country, are being taught to not stand up to racist Caucasian people. I'm sorry, racist Caucasian people. I'm going to always stand up to you and your racism. You're not going to beat me into a corner. You're not going to beat my spirits into a corner. My spirits are more powerful than your racism. Racism is something that you need to leave behind. Okay, for some reason, you know, there was, and I'm not talking to all Caucasian people. I am talking particularly to racist Caucasian people. Okay, you know, you people that run around here obviously racist. Obviously racist. Okay, it's so obvious that you generally lack respect for people of color. Okay, we ain't gotta say black people. We ain't you're not a black. A lot of us ain't black. We're people of color. Okay, so let's not forget, we are not ever going to go so far into left field that we're going to ever forget racism existed. Now, I do believe that at some point we need to heal from it. I've been given the message that there are some of them that not only do they not want us to heal from it, but they want to bring it back. They want to continue it. They want to make racism against people of color worse. Our president of the United States is a racist, from what I have heard about him. I think that people that are racist are delusional. I think that people that are racist are in another reality that will never be able to penetrate my reality, because they always have tried. They always have tried. And they all seem to play the same game where they try to use other people of color against you. It's a very specific way that they do it. Okay? And some of us have that in our consciousness because it is very real. I realize that we got the millennials. They have a different view. Hell, even people that are more than 10 years younger than me. A lot of these 80s babies, they don't fully know or understand the mind of a racist Caucasian person. When you understand their mind, then you will know that you don't cover up or hide what they're doing. It is to be exposed no matter what. It's disgusting. Racist people disgust me. Almost as bad as pedophiles. You guys are up there with my list. You guys are comparable to pedophiles, racist, anybody that's racist, anybody that is, let me tell you what racist is. Racism is when you in particular, use your power and abuse it, okay, against a person of color. You cannot punish people for calling out your racism. You need to accept it. You need to move past it. It is a sign of a crown chakra imbalance. Okay, that's why many of you have a lot of headaches and high blood pressure and photosensitivity. And a lot of you are extremely sensitive to light, in particular ultraviolet waves, the ultraviolet waves of rays of the sun. That's why you're so sensitive. That's why some of you are more sensitive than others, because you guys have to work on your crown chakra. This is actually your straight hair. You guys think that's amazing, but actually your straight hair is a weakness. Okay? So nobody's saying it's anything wrong with you. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying anything bad to you. It's just pointing out the obvious, okay? So what you have to understand, is that spirit says that you have to treat people equally. That is God, okay? So a lot of times, a lot of women of color and a lot of men of color, this is why a lot of them don't dial 911 on their phones, because when they call them, they get no justice. If somebody is committing a crime against us, more than likely they're not going to care, and then they're going to also blame us for the crime being committed, especially if you're a woman of color. Okay, problem is that they're either going to blame you for the crime, okay, which is what they often do, so you got to understand that you got to call to the saints. First of all, you cannot depend on them for protection. You can't. They don't care about your protection. You need to call to God. You need to call to your ancestors. You need to call out to your spirits. You need to call to Archangel Raziel. He's been amazing. And I plan on doing some more talks about him a little bit later. I'm actually going to be doing a tarot card. I'm actually going to be doing a reading, a set of readings. So everybody will have your Archangel Raziel readings going up. And then also, where's your karma? Because we need to do a karma check, because I think that a lot of people yet to understand the law of karma, and you're trying to use it out of context. Okay, that's one thing that Archangel Raziel wants me to reiterate to all of you. There are many of you that have no understanding of karma, and that is because it doesn't originate within your reality. Okay, so karma is not where you have, okay, listen, karma is not mean that you can stalk and harass somebody for 3 years and then they do one thing. Or first of all, if you, Archangel Raziel wants you to know, if you are a stalker, you are being afflicted by the lowest level demons from hell. The lowest of the lowest. These are demons that are lower level. Okay, so if you are a stalker or you are stalking someone, okay, you're a low life. So that's what he wants you to know, basically, in layman's terms, okay? Now, you stalkers cannot stalk somebody for 3 years and then go and play victim. Ever. Under any circumstances. I don't care if you were a secret stalker. I don't care if you were an agent stalker. I don't care if you was a ghost stalker. Whatever the hell you were, it doesn't matter if you are of the physical or the spiritual realm. You cannot go and play victim The person that you are stalking has the right to obliterate you from the universe. They have that right because you are trespassing on their personal space, okay? So a lot of you people out there that don't have an understanding of fairness and the law, you don't, okay? You are flailing around and you are just trying to use energy to get what you want. But if it's not in the store, and see, this is when you can tell, see, this is how I can tell. You see, Archangel Raziel is working on some issues with me, for me. And I can tell that one of these fake ass witches out there is doing some kind of work. They always do it for some reason. It's the same dumbass witch. She been doing it for years. Okay, because I don't care what nobody says. A lot of you guys are just afflicted. You guys are possessed by ghosts and spirits. You don't even know it. One day your life was about this, and that, and the next thing you know, you became obsessed with Jamila and you threw away your whole goddamn life. Because my spirits are going to protect me. You get obsessed with me, I don't care who you are. You're going to ruin your fucking life if you become obsessed with Jamila. Period. I don't care how much you think you got. Ooh, I got so much hate to use against her, and I don't like her, and I'm powerful, and I know people that work at the. I know people that they can all fall with you, honey. That's what Archangel Raziel wants you to know. You can be, as some people, you can be in your position for years, and you do something unfair and dislawful against some people. Especially depending on, because you cannot lay down no dirty trick on nobody if they don't deserve it karmically. Do you understand me? And see, that's the lesson that you gonna learn. Oh God, you gonna learn that lesson, just to let you know that. Because you know what it takes to win when it comes to legal is you got to stand up for your rights. So I have noticed that firing up my root chakra and listening to those solfeggio frequencies of being fearless, it has gotten me justice. And you have to be able to fight for it. And you have to know that you deserve better, because that's the first thing that enemy wants to do, is make you feel that like you don't deserve better. So that's why they tried to train and program for a couple of years. Oh, bitch, you don't deserve no better. You a nigger. You a nigger. You a ugly nigger. They want to make sure they call you a nappy head nigger. Okay? So they try to condition and program you and try to steal your spirit, which half of them have none. They half fucking dead. Okay, and you're alive and they're half dead trying to steal your essence. Okay, otherwise, why would they be even coming at you at all? So this is what I want to tell you. If you are not getting legal justice, if you are having a problem, if you are a woman, let me give you a very good scenario. And see, this is where I'm about to file a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Oh God, y'all have no idea how huge this is going to be. Okay. This is what I want to tell you. There are women, I don't give a damn what you men say. You can run around here and act like pussies all you want. Women are the most vulnerable worldwide. Women and children are the first fucking priority when you are demonic and out there doing shit that you're not supposed to be doing. somebody has to protect the women and the children. So they are the most vulnerable. So I will always be partial to the goddesses. And God and the goddess, you cannot attack one of God's children in her womb or her children in her house. You'll never be able to do it. You will always pay one way or the other. So you can go ahead and act like a suicide bomber all you want. You're going to pay. You're disgusting. You're weak. You're an imbecile to fucking pick on vulnerable women and children. I think that people like you should be done away with. You disgust the fuck out of me. You run around here and play victim. You the most fucking disgusting scourge of goddamn motherfucking society is what you are. And you fucking know it. Because you want to attack women in they fucking womb. You a fucking rapist. You a fucking stalker. You a fucking rapist. And you are fucking disgusting. So women are first priority. You understand me? So just because you feeling wet all up in your ass chakra does not mean that you're going to just be able to fucking victimize women. So I'm just letting you know that, motherfucker. Okay? Now, let me explain something to you. This is what every archangel in the sky wants me to reiterate to you. If you are a woman, in particular, a woman of color, and you got anybody stalking you, in particular, a man of color, you have a divine right to rip apart the soul of anybody that attacks you and your children. So when they come at you and they try to tell you that you deserve some shit that they done came up with out the goddamn blue, and all of a sudden they fucking with you and your family and your children, you got the right to strike back with the most vicious reaction. You got the right to do that. They have long tried to violate the rights of women of color, in particular, if they think you ain't got no damn money. You understand me? They feel like you are the perfect target. They won't stop unless you make them. So this is what you do, my sister. You go to your ancestors and the saints and you ask for Mama Kali Ma to chop they motherfucking heads off. Because that is what you are essentially doing energetically as the lioness of your cubs. You have the right to bite their fucking throats out. Do you understand me? Don't you ever cower in no corner and accept the mistreatment or the maltreatment from any other species in this goddamn galaxy. You are the mothers of this fucking galaxy. All of you, short, tall, fat, skinny, light, or dark-skinned. We represent the mothers of this fucking universe. And for male men, let me tell you something about you men that try to use your fucking power. And it's if you stalking a woman, if you a man that ain't, if you know that a woman is being stalked, if you a community that knows that a woman is being stalked, domestically abused, and you sit back and you do nothing, that woman has the right to fuck you up too. So you better understand the responsibility when you have the acknowledgement, when you have the perception, when you have perceived the reality of a woman that is being stalked by a man, an ex-lover, or whatever. I'm going to tell you something. A lot of you fucking men, and you know what? This is why I don't give a fuck about you. This is why I will look at you like you have lost your motherfucking mind. You know what? I'll be the one person that will actually fight for and obtain the rights of the woman while y'all sit back and get scared about the shit. Any woman out there in social media, bitch, I ain't worried about you because the mother goddess, if you a woman and you ain't about what I'm talking about and you ain't about women's rights, mama goddess is gonna fucking destroy you for fucking treason, bitch. So I'm not worried about no goddamn weak ass witch. What I'm gonna tell you something. I cannot wait. Because you know why you get angry and mad? You know why you get angry and mad? You come over here and you talk shit to me, honey. The reason why you do that is because every goddamn thing I've said, you know I've been right about it. And you are so deathly afraid of me being right. But bitch, everybody knows I'm right about what I'm saying. And I'm also prophesizing that you all gon' motherfucking fall. Every last one of y'all. You understand me? So Terror Queen Jamila, don't worry about shit like that. I know it with hey, guess what? You want to come to me and talk about my family lineage is weak? Bitch, just because, let me tell you something. My fucking backbone is strong. I don't know about nobody else's. I don't know about nobody else's, sister. What you talking about? My backbone is strong. So that's what I wanted to let you know. You're all gonna fall flat on your fucking faces. To the person that's doing legal work against me, let me tell you where you're failing. You're going a little too far out into left field. For the person that's trying to do this so-called legal work on me, you're gonna have the fucking feds knocking at your fucking door for a conspiracy. You and the attorney and the other dumbass scoundrels that you have had stalking me. All of you are going to end up in jail fucking around with me. That's what Archangel Raziel wants me to reiterate to you. Reason why is because the last 3 years you have attacked me in my home. You get no rights. You have attacked me in my home. Then also he wants you to know that there's going to be police justice. So while you still plotting and scheming, thinking you gonna ever take me down, honey, you gonna be in for a rude awakening. Just to let you know. I don't give a fuck, bitch, if you know police officers you can be cool with and currently screwing several police officers. It does not matter. God is always in control of that courtroom. God is always in control of the courthouse. In fact, that's why God ain't even in the church. God got to worry about the courthouse. God primarily works in and out of the courthouses. Okay? So, let me just tell you guys, and see, this is where I am being driven by the Spirit to pull in more legal clients. You understand what I'm saying? Whenever I do something for a female legal client, especially when it comes to her children, that is one of my callings. I actually had the opportunity a couple of months ago to help out a child that was really, really in need. The child was actually being molested by the father and his girlfriend. Okay. And at the time, the same scenario was going on. So if I would have went ahead with that case, that, you know, a lot of the cases that we take, we get blessings and favor for them, even though it may point to a little bit of suffering on our part. That's something that God loves it when you sacrifice a part of your, or when you inconvenience yourself for another, you get lots of grace by God. And I work with people that are in pain. I work with people that are suffering. I heal the suffering. So let me tell you something, honey. I will always have grace and favor because I'm willing to suffer for somebody else. You will know nothing about that because you're selfish and ignorant. Okay? What I want you to know is that I will be working in the legal sector of magic. Archangel Raziel and Raphael, they want me to take on healing cases as well as legal cases. And they really didn't want me doing a lot of legal cases until I got everything, under control, until I got everything under control. But now they want me to start taking legal cases. I know that that is where I'm headed because I'm very strong within that, because I will fight for justice. If you are somebody that has been, let's say that you're, and I know this for a fact because I know a lot of you sisters out there are being stalked. See, the person that I was being stalked by, he gone. His power has been removed. But there were several other people that were recruited by the demon. All these people will fall. This is where I'm one of the strongest practitioners that you'll find. All of these people gonna fall because they are all afflicted by demons. None of them have any discernment. And I know that for a fact. Okay, whenever you get somebody stalking a victim, okay, not only am I a domestic violence victim and my address was put out there, it was so obvious that it was a conspiracy. I'm going to tell you guys one thing, that by this time next year, I am going to have several people in jail for conspiracy to commit crimes against me. And that includes lawyers, a couple of police officers, and doctors. Several of them will go to jail. It will be a high-profile case exposing corruption within the system. You understand me? The reason why they are using me is because I am a YouTube vlogger. They have assured me of my safety. I'm not a motherfucking afraid of shit. And the reason why I'm not is because there is no jurisdiction or courthouse that can levy any charges against me, because there's no evidence anywhere of me committing any crimes. In fact, there's only evidence of crimes being committed against me that have been ignored continuously by the department. Okay? So this is why I don't worry about it. I want to reach out to those of you that are frustrated because you're not getting any legal justice. I am an empath. So I go through the things that I go through for a reason. Every last one of the past 3 years has been a test. All of this is a test of my faith in God. So I want to let y'all know that anytime you see anything, and even my clients, and I love you, I love my clients. My clients are so amazing. My clients are actually very lucky people. Okay? I get a lot of good energy that comes to me from my clients. So if you see somebody out there acting a fool, lying on me, it is all a part of God's plan for me. It is all a part of God testing me. God is showing me his wrath, her wrath. God is showing me that I should never lose faith, ever. Do you understand me? Because there was a time that I did lose faith, and I have to regain all of that trust back. So you are witnessing my personal relationship with God. You are witnessing that. Every single thing that my enemy has done, or these people that have lied, this is a testament for God. So everything that I have came to you about was so that you could believe in God and you could hear my story, and so that you could have a belief system in God. So that's the whole purpose of it all. There's never going to be a day where it's meant for Jamila to die in pain or to be harmed by anybody. Trust me, I have had the devil in my house. I've had the devil in my house. I've had demons in my house. And I still survived it. So if it were meant, if God had ever meant for some evil ass man to destroy me or take my life, it would have already happened by now. Okay? If it were meant for me to, go, have something horrible happen to me, like what these witches are trying to do, cause me to go to jail or prison or something, it would have been happened. It would have happened years ago. God is never going to suffer me that, ever. So keep on working on your legal case, hon, and I'll just keep it. And you know what? This is what I want to tell you. I love it when I am proven to be right, and I've also been proven to be righteous, and God has gotten me through some pretty horrific shit, okay, past couple of years. Now, let me tell you something let me also tell you this, okay? I've actually experienced where I could feel a very darker, more sinister energy calling to me, trying to tell me, come to me. And I think it might be Satan. It might be. But you know what? Each time it was a temptation, but God said, you know what? You need to realize who I am. Okay? And see, God, aka, is the higher version of yourself. So if you're, if you depend, see, this is what, this is why I swear to you, and you know what? God keeps blessing me over and over again. If you're having a legal case right now, if you're having a legal problem and you can't afford an attorney, sometimes an attorney can cost upwards to, thousands of dollars. Even the retainers can be thousands of dollars. Then you can actually come to me and I can help you with that. Okay. So right now there's attorneys that don't like, I don't think attorneys actually like witches very much because they feel like somehow, I guess, we cause them to lose money. I don't know. I think that attorneys and cops and stuff, I think that you guys should, come to healers for healing, and instead of, what I'm saying, being afraid of us. But that's just my opinion. When it comes to legal cases, I can definitely help you with them, especially if you are, not getting justice, especially if you are, dealing with some racist person in the system. And yeah, there's all sorts of racist people in the system. Y'all saw that video out of Georgia of that cop pulling that person over and told them that they only shoot black people. And I don't care if you don't consider yourself to be black. Black is anything other than white. So, a lot of y'all light-skinned black people out there, y'all need to realize that they ain't really checking for y'all either. A lot of y'all got the delusion of inclusion. Okay, a lot of y'all do. But see, the thing of it is that a lot of us possess a lot of spiritual power. We possess the power of both. Okay, I know for me, I have many, many different types of ancestors that I can call to. So, you know, um, anyway, but that's really what spirits wanted me to come and tell you this morning. And Archangel Raziel is going to start leading more people to me that need to fight for their legal justice, because some of you guys, they want your bloodline. See, the thing of it is that if you have a special bloodline, if you are a healer, if you are an empath, if you are a psychic, if you are somebody that is meant to do good in this world, they want to destroy you before you can. Okay, now just keep in mind that The Matrix and The Terminator, both of these movies were written by Black women, by the way, a woman of color. Both of those concepts of those movies came from a woman of color. So keep in mind that there have been many, many women of color that have been prophets, and there will be many to come. Okay, so this is what I want to tell y'all. Many, many, many women of color, including Corinne Gaines, her family is important. Her child is important. And she is very brave. She is very of high honor, Corinne Gaines is, because she died for her child. You understand me? So that's why her child got hundreds of millions of dollars. And the family has to understand that the reason why y'all were given that money is because y'all are supposed to go out there and make a difference in the world. So a lot of people in this world are spiritually important. Just because they not in Hollywood or you ain't seen them in a movie don't mean that they're not important. That's just like me. I'm not a millionaire as far as in the physical. In the spiritual sense, yeah, there's millions waiting on me. Yes, it is. Okay, it hasn't came through yet. But that's for a higher purpose. Trust and believe that when it does, I will do good with it. Unlike some people who are super duper evil that formulate charities, but we still have a problem. Excuse me, why would there be a charity to fight homelessness that collects billions of dollars per year, but yet we still have a homeless problem? These are things that you people don't ponder and you don't question because you're not listening. You don't ask yourself these questions. You just blindly give to these charities that are corrupt. So there's a lot of corruption going on. Everything is about money and not actually about helping people. And this is why God is going to always take care of moi, because I am the constant reminder of that. I'm almost like a child that God will continue to coddle. There is an innocence about me. This is why people chase me. This is why you got people hunting me like snarling dogs and fucking hellhounds. It ain't got nothing to do with me being a dried up piece of shit. It has everything to do with me being the shit. And me having this specific light inside of me. I am a light bearer, a light torch, but that's why they demonize you. So I'm no different than anyone else. Do you understand me? And I can tell you right now that it is time for us to stand up and fight for good. Okay, evil, every time you think evil is winning, when y'all see the evil, it thinks that it's winning, and it is sadly mistaken, and it ends up with a rude awakening. So whenever you hear somebody call me stupid, whenever you hear somebody disrespecting me, it is a backwards compliment, because I am one of God's angels. This is why there are some people that are born and they end up with Benjamin Button syndrome a little bit. This is why some of us get younger as we get older. It's our spirit. So a lot of times when people sort of treat me, you know what I'm saying, like the dumb blind, it's almost like the dumb blind because, see, they have seen another perception of God's reality. God has kept me somehow, and I think it's connected with the faith. God has kept me in an altered reality to where I don't really deal with a lot of bad shit, or I've never had bad shit happen to me. My frequencies are very high, and that is because of who? God. So I don't even really have to work at it. It's very easy for me. So this is why this evil person says, well, I want to destroy this person. And they actually think they'll get away with it because they're ignorant and misinformed and have no fucking discernment. I'm just telling you. So I'm on here to bring you guys the gospel, even as the enemy attacks me in every fucking way. Jamila ain't worried about it. I wanted to come on here and let you guys know that I am looking forward to a very successful year. If you have a legal case and you need, because let me tell you something, really the only person that can fight for you is God. And I found that out, and I've actually been able to testify to God's energy and his strength. So a lot of y'all, and this is, and I'm talking about my God. Okay, because when if somebody wants to destroy your children, if somebody wants to destroy your life, especially if you're a woman, that's the first thing that they'll probably do. Okay, because if you guys notice, there's been quite a bit of false charges that have been filed against Jamila. Yeah, Jamila has been experiencing legal issues. When I had CPS coming by my house that whole time, that was a legal issue. It was warming me up. Okay, so right now, this is what I'm telling you. Archangel Raziel wants many to be led to him. Those of you seeking legal justice, sometimes an attorney can cost thousands of dollars, and y'all don't have that kind of money, do you? So if you got some kind of legal issue, right now you can actually come for protection, as well as, you know, there's many, many different legal ways that we deal with legal stuff. I'm not going to discuss it here. Okay, this stuff is stuff that and I'm not going to discuss specifics. You would have to get a spell consultation. If you have an illegal problem right now, you could go and get a spell consultation. This is what I want to tell you. A lot of practitioners are afraid of legal cases because as soon as a legal case comes up, you start to sort of feel that rush towards you. It's fake. It's false. It's the enemy trying to stop you from helping that person. Don't allow that to happen. Okay? As long as you ain't committed no crimes, you are fine, because you know what? A lot of you have been lied to. We're not going to get into that though. You know, it is no reason. God will never have a reason to all of a sudden attack you based upon your skin color and to have horrible things happen to you, for you to be a man and to be taken away from your family, or a woman and to be taken away from your family for a crime that you did not commit. They can't convince you that you committed that crime. Don't ever let them do it. You have to be able to fight for your rights, because they will try to trump you up. You understand me? They will try to accuse you and use you and abuse you. Okay, and we're dealing with some very, very powerful angels. I don't just work with Raziel. I work with Metatron. I work with Gabriel. I work with Uriel. I work with Aniel. I work with Raphael. And I also work with Michael. Okay. I am going to go ahead and keep my spell consultations on sale for the month of March. We got Easter coming up, you guys. There's a lot of Easter blessings that are coming in. Do not ever fear corruption, because when you fear corruption and when you fear those things, then that is how they affect you. So I am I can be a very, very strong legal component for you. In particular, if you have a court date set up, I don't care what they say to you or about you. If there is a court date set up, that is what you need to understand. But see, we hold court at my altar. Okay? Actual real court. So if you have like a court date or something coming up, you know, there's also the angels and the saints and your ancestors, in which I am connected with your ancestors. That is who brings you to me, is your ancestors. Okay? When you need help, when you're lost, when you're out there, when they got you so confused, you don't know what to do. That's what they want to do. They want to hit you with a bunch of fear. Especially if you're a targeted individual. Okay? It's a target individual is AKA it's God. Okay? So if you feel like you're being targeted, and a lot of these religious organizations have been targeting people. So some of you are the actual target of, you know, maybe Scientology or what's another very powerful religion right now? The Jehovah's Witnesses. There's a lot of corrupt sectors of these religions. Okay? So you can actually come to me for that. You can come and get a spell consult, because we need to do a reading. You need to have all your documentation ready. All of your documents from court. You can even email those to me. Everything is confidential. I am very professional. And you know what? I found that I'm even more professional than some of these attorneys. Because some of these attorneys are so thirsty that they'll actually consort with criminals who are already headed to prison for stalking you. And then now they're headed to prison as well. And they'll be on the news as being an attorney that's headed to prison, because they chose to consort with demonic people who have no spiritual grace from God, who actually have no real power, but have told them. Because to be honest with you, you know, I've never had an attorney. Okay? An attorney is going to be strong. An attorney is not going to fold over and bend over backwards because they're afraid of a criminal. So, so sometimes you guys, sometimes you may have an attorney, but you need extra help. Some of you have public defenders. See, sometimes some of you are being trumped up on charges. Some of you are having charges brought against you that aren't even real. Now, those are very, very easy cases. You know, you can come to me to get a price quote as far as that is concerned. But a lot of times it is a corrupt judge, or maybe a corrupt, you know, somebody corrupt within the system that is afflicted by the demon. So the way that you remove the problem is typically by removing the demon. And the only way you're going to remove that demon is either through Mama Kali Ma, or the archangels, and as well as your ancestors. So a lot of times, if you've got some injustice being sparked against you, it is literally a matter of just telling God about it, but doing it in a more powerful way. Okay. So you guys can definitely contact me about that. And yes, I do work the honey jars and stuff, but then other stuff, I do use raw materials for some legal cases, such as beef tongue. So I do a lot of traditional things, but I primarily do a lot of candle work. I do use my tarot cards. There are spirits within the tarot cards. Yes, it is, but they do help. They are functioning as spirit guides and allies and very powerful fighters of your justice, okay? Because yes, there is justice and fairness in the system. Yes, it is for you. You just have to ask for it. You have to ask the appropriate channels. You cannot ask a demonically possessed judge or lawyer or police officer that is only looking for money. Okay, they're only looking to make money off of the situation. So they are already afflicted by greed anyway. So really the only thing that you can do, the one thing that you have to do is remove their demon. See what I'm saying? And so that's something that has to be explained, because we have to look at all people involved in the situation. I use a little bit of everything when it comes to my legal cases, and I'm not going to really discuss some things that I use, because a lot of people will feel like it's I practice by using the law of attraction and energy, as well as my mind. I use the energies from the east. I know how to work with the elements. So I am a very powerful elemental witch. Okay. And, there's definitely some storms that are coming, but you got to be able to see the sunshine. You got to be able to see it. Now, if you have a legal case or something going on and you come to me and you say, Jamila, you can come and get a 30-minute reading if you don't want to get any spell work, or if you're not sure, you can come to me, just say, Jamila, what's the outcome? What's the outcome of this? Okay. And if I tell you the outcome, you can believe. Now, if I tell you you can be successful, you got to have trust and faith. Okay. If I throw them cards and the spirit is like, yeah, well, this is going on and this is going on. And if they see a good outcome, then, that's your first relief factor right there, especially if it's for some frivolous, crappy, stuff that literally, and you know what? It does take a lot of experience, because a lot of people are merely dabbling. They're dabbling in this. They're not really, oops. Hold on, guys. Hold on, you guys. Let me. Good morning, liberated one. Hello, hello. Don't fret over the spiritual battle going on for your soul and your peace of mind. God is in control, and you have already won. Remember that support is all around you. Blessed be. Thank you, liberated one. Thank you, sweetie. I agree. That's what I'm coming and telling people right now. I'm giving people the good news also. I'm giving people the good news also. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they have a lot of fears. They really do fear martial law. They're afraid. They have no idea how much power we all possess. Okay. Good morning, Lewis Willis. Hello, guys. I'm sorry. I was running my mouth, and I ain't trying to be on camera right now. So that's why I got the thing tilted to the window. So yeah, the spirits do want me to help people, in particular those of you that have some weird stuff going on with, as far as like, in particular, if you have CPS harassment going on, if you have an ex-boyfriend that's calling CPS on you, if I'm obviously the go-to person for that. Okay. If you've got, any police harassment, okay, people calling the police to your house from other states. Okay, I have a very strong testimony about that. Because I've had people out in social media call the police to my house. When I lived over in Decatur, Georgia, they called the police to my house, And the police actually forced me to have my house searched. Literally, this person called the police, told them that I was a black woman with children, that I was threatening people with a gun. They told the police that I had a gun in my house. And the police took their word for it. So please believe that the system that they have set up, your enemies can call the police and do things to you. And it has happened to people before. I've had it happen to me. But I've always gotten justice. History always seems to repeat itself. So I just love it when people do fucked up stuff to me, because I get to watch them destroy themselves. And I hate to say it, but I've seen a lot of success in my life. Ain't nobody gonna, and you know what? This is what I want to tell you. A lot of you have had false charges put against you, and it's caused problems in your life to where you can't go to school. You can't, you know what I'm saying? That affects your life. They want to affect you to where you know, even if you wanted to go out and get a job, you got some crazy charge. See what I'm saying? And see, that's unfair. That is what Archangel Raziel wants you to know, that you don't have to deal with. A lot of times with a stalker, I'm just going to tell y'all, with bullies and stalkers, yes, they are trying to ruin your life. Will I say that my stalkers will ever be able to ruin my life? No, their life is ruined. They've consistently tried to ruin my life for years. No matter what they do, anybody that comes under their influence, I don't care who you are, you're going to lose and fall if you're trying to do something illegal against me. For some reason, and I must be one of God's angels, and I've always felt that way. So I hate to tell y'all that, but it's just the truth. Okay? So right now, Jamila is sort of, you know, what Jamila's main priorities are is her family and helping others. Okay? Even though I get paid for it, I don't get paid enough. Because I don't charge people an arm and a damn leg. Now, for legal cases, there's several things that I have to do. So those do go in the upper areas, you know, when it comes to financial. But I've actually had people spend, you know, a lot of money on cleanses. I've had people spend a lot of money on hex removal. So it's sort of the same thing. And I wish that I could go downstairs and show you guys some more legal work that I'm doing on my altar. But my spells do work. And the reason why is because I have no doubt, okay, that they work. If I did have any doubt, I would throw the cards on the spell work. And I would figure out what else I needed to do, or who else I needed to talk to, or what energy needs to be removed or replaced, or who to focus on. Okay. You know, there are some of you that, you know, and I've won in court. I usually win in court, just to let you guys know. And it was never meant for me to be a nurse, a doctor, or a lawyer. It was meant for me to do exactly what I'm doing. So a lot of people say, oh my God, well, you should go and become an attorney. I'm already one. I'm already an attorney. I'm already a real estate agent. I'm already a doctor. I'm already a medicine woman. And I can actually, what my spirits have been training me on as well is emergency care. So a lot of people will sit up here and say, oh, well, you think that a lot of y'all that have the perception, a lot of y'all perceptions, we're not going to get into that because, you know, the lawyers and doctors, they seem to be afraid of people like me. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. You know what? And so, but this is what I'll tell you is that there's a lot of you that have certain things, the healers, okay? They are right now attacking us. Healers, empaths. They want as many of us down and out as possible so that they can come into our universe and destroy the world. Okay? So right now we need as many people as possible that are on the correct frequency. There's not enough of you on the correct frequency. If we're not going to see, this is what I want y'all to understand. You don't never worry about the enemy. The enemy wants you to worry. The enemy wants you to be afraid. Don't ever worry about them for 10 seconds. A lot of these people that you see, they're blood bags. They're what I call blood bags. Okay, the demon goes in, it possesses them, makes them do all kind of stuff. That's why if you notice, a lot of times, especially people that are in powerful positions, they'll find themselves fucked over. They'll wake up one day, including teachers. There was a teacher in Georgia that locked himself in his classroom and fired off a gun. Okay, you think that wasn't a bad spirit or some kind of demonic thing? It protected those children in that school. Okay, somebody had some prayer set up around their child. It was somebody that was that child, that was that teacher. It could have only been one student at that school that was very, very well protected, and his mama probably was a witch. Okay? Or maybe it was several children at that school in Dalton, Georgia, had protection around their child, which protected that whole school. And that's why no children got shot. That man was actually contemplating, the demon wanted him to shoot several children at the school, but he wasn't able to. So that's why I said Georgia is protected. Even when Hurricane Irma came through here, she basically went right over Georgia. Okay? So, and really what I got, somebody was trying to make me feel all scared of that storm. It wasn't nothing but a bunch of wind. My lights didn't go out, but that's because I worked heavily with my ancestors also. There's certain candles that you want to light during a hurricane. Okay? And you know, I used colored candles and they worked very effectively. Okay, so so anyway, I'm going to be taking a lot of those cases because right now this is when it seems like I feel like this is when they really start to try to you know, and then there's also certain times of the month because the police have a quota. You know, that's a damn shame if you're supposed to be a town or a community and you have a certain quota of how much crime is supposed to be committed or how many arrests that you're supposed to be making. So then you start going and arresting people that otherwise wouldn't be arrested just because you're trying to meet that quota. Okay? So Archangel Raziel has a serious problem with the corruption and the greed within our judicial system, and they are dealing with it. So a lot of y'all that are crying out for justice, a lot of y'all that feel beaten by the system, please understand that there is somebody fighting for you and that there will be justice, and justice will prevail through the eyes and the power of God. And I'll talk to y'all later. If y'all need to reach me, my website is TerraQueenJamila.thedivinemommy.com. Right now, my spell consultations are on sale. If you just want a reading, you know, just to look at your situation or to look at, you know, past life readings, love readings, money readings. But if you guys are in need of legal help, I do work with the archangels. I am an experienced practitioner. A lot of my experiences come through being a success on my own cases as well as others. Okay, but I feel very, very confident as far as with you guys' legal cases because I have beat several. Okay, and they were all a part of the demonic spiritual warfare that the enemy tries to do. It's almost like the moon card. It's the moon card. See what I'm saying? It's when it's when it's only the perception of danger that's there, but not actual danger. So if you find yourself fearing something that is unreal, then you can actually bring that into your reality. And so that's another thing that people have to work on as far as like when it comes to legal cases. Okay. So you and see a lot of that comes from your root chakra, which has to do with your rights and you feeling very balanced in your root chakra and you feeling like you have the right to be here. You have the right to exist. You have the right to flourish. You have the right to grow. You have the right to use your power. They don't want you to use your power. That's why they instantly started attacking me when I went public as a witch, because they don't want you to use your power. But God said that you have every right to use your power, including their favorite go-to person, Jesus Christ. So they'll try to condemn you through, Jesus Christ even. And that's what a lot of them believe in. But actually, in reality, that's not what Jesus Christ is about. Jesus Christ is about fairness and equality. Jesus Christ is not about corruption. So even their main religion, and especially, and this is another thing I want to tell y'all with what is wrong with a lot of the religious organizations. A lot of these religious and spiritual and all these organizations that are corrupt, they will go down because God wants to put up non-corrupt. God wants us to, it's a must. There is no debating about this, that God is calling for everybody to ascend. Okay, into the other realm of reality. We're going into the age of Aquarius. So welcome to the age of Aquarius, and I'll see you guys later. Blessed be. Good rising, Melisha. Y'all have a wonderful day.